let's see here. So today we've got 3D knee tuck, bent knee heel raise, and then we finish out with a half kneel chop. So we're gonna need our parallettes. Couple ways to do it. I mean, you can do the knee tuck off the floor as well, but I'm doing it this way. My back is super sore from, well, not super sore, but it's definitely sore from yesterday, which is not something I've felt in a long time, so it does feel good to have that activation. Also, I made chili because it's snowing, and yeah, it's doing chili things, so I might have to step out of the room every now and again. We'll find out. All right. So I am still having some trouble getting more of the lower abdominals that kick in on that one. So I'll have to play around with that intermittently, see what that does for me. The other thing I'm struggling with is maintaining like good upright, that it's like I don't want to do that when I do it. I want to feel like I can maintain a good tall posture. And that's where, depending upon how I feel with these, I may change. I do have my floor sliders, so we may end up doing a set with that to see what that does for me. What I do know is that because of the abdominal weakness, I do get a snapping hip on this right side if I don't do like the movement perfectly, because again, lower abdominals are so weak that the hip flexor takes over, so you get that. So yeah, I gotta work on that. All right, enough gabbing. So yeah, this is if you think I'm making, so this is me trying like going from here to really try and lock in the that tall upright posture that I'm looking for before I go down, so I don't let those shoulders come forward. There's 2 sets. I am going to try off the floor with the floor sliders. We'll see how that goes. just delicious, man. Especially when it's got that wintry coldness to it. Alright. Tilt the camera down. Oh, so I did a little cupping on myself yesterday in case that comes up in conversation. I don't know if the forearm one comes up or not, but it did. Left pec area and then my forearms just to loosen some stuff up. Self-treatment, man, it's important. Oh, good. Is it gonna stay? How's this look? Oh, let's see here. Alright, we got this guy. We got this guy. Oh, I gotta take my socks off. I'm slipping and sliding. I may have to drop down to one slider as well, but we'll find out. Okay. Yep, I think we gotta drop down to one. Yeah. Ooh. That was a lot harder than that one, so I might have to make a mental note to skip that one. Oh, because what I would like to be able to do is hang onto a bar, chin-up bar overhead, and be able to bring my knees up towards my opposite shoulder. And I feel like I don't have the strength right now for that. So that's where we're at. Catch my breath. Oh my. Also need to figure out how to overload the bent knee heel raise. That might work. Probably not. Oh. We're gonna try the bent knee heel raise too a few ways. It's been a while since I've done it, so I don't really know the best way I want to do it. Because there's a kneeling one, and then there's a standing version. And I mean, they're both difficult in their own right, but you know, I want to get my best bang for my buck. All right. Set number 4. Admittedly, these are some sliders I got at Target. So they're maybe not the best. Like, goddamn, this shit sucks. It works. I mean, I feel everything working. I just can't. I feel like I'm fighting more against the friction than I am working anything else. Alright. So, we are about to do a that bent knee heel raise next. So, from here, toe goes up. Pull my pants up. I'll probably do 45 right here. Alright, so I did get a little stretch, a little fatigue out of that one. I'm sure if I did the next 3 sets like it, I'd get something out of it, but I'm looking for a little more. 1. 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Yeah, I'm not entirely crazy about that version, so set the camera back up. Alright, so in order to work the longer part of your calf, you gotta keep your knees straight. To work the deeper soleus muscle, which is really only through here, you gotta bend that knee. So I'm gonna bend the knee, go into a little squat. I'm gonna come up. Alright, decent little burn out of that. Again, nothing too nutty. A little pinchy at the front here, so I may have to do a little mobilization work at some point. 10, 11, and 12. All right. So that was also pretty easy. So I'm gonna grab a 45er and try that. So both of these were very minimally fatiguing, so I'm just kind of rolling through them quick. So we'll see. I'm hoping a little bit for a snow day, not gonna lie. But I got a feeling I gotta go to work tomorrow, so. So biggest reason is I would like to have an extra day off. But you know, things happen. As much as I would like to be able to just be like, woo, you know, take a day off here and there. When you're a medical provider and you kind of work in your own clinic by yourself, there's no one to cover for you to help you out with that. So here we are. All right, 45 pounds. So interesting that there was no pinchiness with the load, but we'll see. Starting to feel the calf tighten up a little bit. Nothing too nutty. Yeah, check my phone real quick because I saw a notification pop up. Make sure it's not weather related. Nope, it is not weather related. It's family related. It's even worse. I'm kidding. So, I'm gonna do one more set with the, and that's seated with the bent knee heel raise. What I didn't probably do as well as I could have was that as I was lowering, I probably was rushing out of the bottom too quick, and that I should have gone a little further until I actually felt a stretch in that Achilles, that back of the heel area, before returning. So, last set. Alright. So I did two things different on that one. One, I brought my incline a little closer to the wall so that my weight is a little more above my ankle rather than me leaning forward, which rather takes the weight off of it. So definitely felt that a little more in that, especially that left calf, but interestingly enough, that kind of pinchy pain came back again. So I got one more set, and then we get to move into the half kneel chop. And I'll probably end up switching to the bow flex for that. So, alright. And timing wise, talking and all that other stuff, right, I'm at 22 minutes. So with the major lifts, I managed to do about 12 minutes per, and what we're looking at is basically the same thing. I'm just gapping more. Also, I've been able to do more sets all told, or more, I think, reps than six, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. That one felt pretty good. So 2 lifts down, 24 minutes in, lots of gabbing, lots of hydrating, lots of chili jokes. Oh, water's delicious. Okay. So the last thing we've got, which, like I said, I'm probably going to turn this into more of a, probably more of a conditioning-based movement, is the half knee chop. So, let me move my wedge. That's fine. We're going to tilt this guy down. That ought to do. Oh no, you can't see my head. I need to tilt the camera up like a half an inch, huh? Some bitch. Alrighty, be good to me, Mr. Cam. What am I gonna do? Alright, so, well, you can't see my feet, but you can see my face. And if you're here for my feet, well, I'm flattered. Okay. So this is half kneel. Huh, that's interesting. And so typically with the half kneel, I've got it listed in stages that it's like a half kneel chop into a press. So it would look like, from the bottom side here, I need to be able to power up into a press. But I don't necessarily need to do this repetitively. So what I've been liking doing is using 2 hands and then just coming up. So the narrower your knees are, the more of a challenge it is for balance. And like the wider your knees are, the more balanced you are. So it's all about finding your preferred spot that day. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nice little burn. Alright, so this is more of a, if I wanted to go heavy on this, I'd give myself a longer break, make it more of a power-based movement. But maybe for this first set, we'll just stick with like 15 reps, and then I'll play around with the heavier bells, because interesting enough, I didn't get that elbow click when I went into the press. So kind of curious as to how far I can take that today. 1, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15. Whew. Alrighty. Since I'm about to go into more of a power-based one, give myself a longer break. I feel a lot, Google and other search engines, YouTube, Instagram, like there's a lot of information that's out there. And if you have a specific question that doesn't sound like medical, that it's asking for medical advice, please feel free to ask. And even with the medical advice thing, it's like, should I go see a doctor? Yes, probably that's going to be the answer. Which doctor though? That I can help you with. Or, I'm looking for a physical therapist who does this. What qualifications should I look for? Or, it's like I can potentially help you with that. I have XYZ, my physicians are confused, or they're uncertain, or they're not giving me answers, and with that's where I'm like, that's beyond me. They may be running multiple tests to rule out other conditions. It's like it's a lot easier to rule out than it is to rule in. That kind of stuff I can help you with. But the first step is you gotta ask. So, chop chop. Alrighty. So, ooh, that's heavy. The that half kneel position is a little harder than I expected, especially with the 45. But I still able to like knock out about 3 reps, which in terms of power I'm okay with. Like I can't immediately think of a job or a sport that requires that you to have that kind of power from that kind of position with that kind of movement. So, or at least something you shouldn't be doing all day. Yeah. If you can think of one, you let me know. All right. Oh yeah, no. So my left hip needs to be able to power through in order for me to get that full lift. Otherwise, you see what happens there is that I just try and get it all arm based. But my other thigh is definitely blocking the movement, so let's try that again. Oh, yeah, that was more arm based than it needed to be. That was better. One more. That was even better. All right. So the biggest thing I changed there, I realized my right foot probably didn't have as much contact as it needed. Like my heel might have been popping up off the floor because of my ankle tightness. So I just scooted my right foot forward, got whole foot contact, and now I'm more stable for that movement. I'm probably gonna go back to the endurance based rep range for the last 2 sets, just because timing and I don't need to burn myself out so much. So, all right, here we go. Okay. All right. 30-second rest break or so. And then we'll get set up. So I'm supposed to get my second vaccine this coming Thursday. Girlfriend got hers through Moderna. She did not eat before hers. And so that night and then the day after, she was dealing with that night she was dealing with chills, mild, like that lower belly kind of nausea type stuff. Sorry, babe, letting everybody know about, personal lives. And then the day after, she still didn't feel quite right. So I will keep you posted as to how I'm doing. And I may even look worse than I normally do. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. So that was 1, 2, 3. I got one more set. So let's see here. So I managed to get down to 173.8. I think I mentioned that in the yesterday's video. I had Italian wedding soup with some hot cocoa for dessert with some lovely cookies. And this morning I was 178. So I didn't weigh myself today because, I didn't weigh myself again today just because I knew it was going to be stupid too. And Tuesday I expect I'll probably be back down to like the 174 to 175 range because water weight and whatnot. But I'll give you that update. I'll weigh in Thursday as well. Maybe make a quick update video about that. Just so, you can see that it's not always linear. There's sometimes like little bumps in the road for weight loss in progress. 1, 2, 3. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Okay. If there's ever, for my patients, if you're watching this, I don't need you to do this. I do this for me, to keep myself healthy, because I move you guys around. But yeah, if you can get into that half kneel position and get up without having to rely on something, I'm happy for you. if you can get out of that half kneel position and make a little grunting and groan and have to use a hand and maybe need a little support, that's fine too. I just want you to be able to get up off the floor. All right, last set. So this is to get your arms up and back, you need a lot of shoulder and back, like that mid-back strength. And guess what's up from yesterday? 13, 14, 15. All right. So that was great. That would not an entire workout of just that, but we got, between all the talking and everything else, we're at 43 minutes, 240 calories burned. I've done better calorie wise, but work with what you got. Keep trying, make progress. Tell me your story. I want to hear it all. Are there dumb questions? Yes. But you know, what we can always try and glean a little more out of it, right? Trying to advance the question. Is the sky blue? That's kind of a dumb question. Yes, it is. If you're blind, no, it's not. All right, so that's advancing it. Anyways, I'm gonna edit that out. All right, folks, till next time.